Welcome to the Odyssey, my friends, and happy Switch 2 season. We're going to go ahead in this video, set it up for the very first time. So if this is your first Switch and you want to be guided through how to set it up, this is the video for you. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you find this video helpful, and let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is, of course, turn on the Nintendo Switch. Button is on the left top here. Hit that button there, and you'll see it turn on. And this is the first screen you'll see. You get to pick your language first. So go ahead and pick the language of your preference. We have English UK, English United States for me. So I'm going to hit that here. Then we have here the regions. So we got Japan, the Americas, Europe, Australia, Hong Kong. You select the region of your choice again. And I'm going to go ahead and choose the Americas. And the next one is the user agreement. Of course, you have to go ahead and accept it. Go ahead and click here. And next. You're going to go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi settings here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now real quick off the camera. And it'll connect to the internet. Once it's connected, there you go. You'll see the 2 check marks on the screen. That means you're connected. You can go ahead and click OK. So once that is connected, it's going to give you a little message. Please wait. Now it says about to download update data. You can continue setting up while the update downloads. You click next after that. This is good. All right. Now, you're going to go ahead and select your time zone. For me, I am Eastern zone, so we have to find where it says New York on mine. Okay, down here, New York. That is Eastern time for me. I'll click the letter A. After that, it gives you some instructions, change styles of play. It'll teach you how, if you want to play with your controllers in your hand and on tabletop mode, on handheld mode, or on screen. You click next on here. Tells you a little bit more about the kickstand there, so you guys can look at with the kickstand. And while you're on the kickstand, it has a USB-C port on top, so you can charge it while you play on tabletop mode. So you click using kickstand there. Of course, it tells you how to remove the Joy-Cons. So it tells you to disconnect them. So let's go ahead and disconnect one. All right, and let's go ahead and disconnect the other one. And there you have it. Once you disconnect that, then the next tab will show up. You go ahead and click on there, and it says connect to a TV, or you can do it later. For the tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and just click later. But you'll connect the Nintendo Switch dock, and then to connect to a TV, you'll basically use the dock here, and you just kind of put it on the dock, and that'll connect to the TV. Later, for now. We're just setting it up for this video. It says here, view attachment guide. We'll go ahead and skip that. And of course, it also gives you, again, the 3 ways you can play Nintendo Switch. Press OK. And right now, we're just waiting for the update to complete. This is the update you're going to need when you first set up your Nintendo Switch in order to play backwards compatibility games, like Nintendo Switch games on Nintendo Switch 2. So at this point, you can go ahead and connect back your Joy-Cons. Because basically that part of the setup is over. So I want to go ahead and just connect them both and just wait for that to continue downloading. So while that downloads, I'll go ahead and then I'll just sing a song. It completed the update and it restarted. And well, keep in mind, right now, the update took about 20 minutes, but it's because this is launch night, right? This is the very first time everybody's updating their system at the same time. So I'm guessing for you, it might take a little less, depending on when you're doing it, but it might take about 15 to 20 minutes to update that. You can go ahead and leave it updating to your error runs, do something else, and come back and check on it. Once it's updated, you'll get this message here, system update complete. Click OK. And now it's going to tell you to put the Nintendo Switch right next to it. So start, transfer, or don't transfer. In my case, I want to set up a brand new Switch, right? And I don't want to transfer anything on from my older Switch to this one. Everything I'm going to play on this Switch is going to be brand new from scratch. So I have no games that I want to transfer. So in my case, I'm going to put don't transfer. But if you have a Nintendo Switch and you want to transfer your Nintendo Switch, then that'll be that one. I'll make another video on how to transfer that once this is set up. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and don't transfer. And of course, it says let's start to add a user. I'm going to go ahead and add one here. sign into a Nintendo account. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and sign into my Nintendo account there. And I'm going to go ahead and do it by my phone. So I can take the QR code right there and just kind of scan it there. And it'll kind of scan my QR code. And I can go ahead and log in using my phone. And there you have it. The account has been signed in. Press OK. All right. I'm going to go ahead. You can add more users at this point. But right now, for now, I'm going to go ahead and skip it. And of course, it's going to give you some setup here for parental controls. I'm going to skip that as well. Of course, how to insert the SD card. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now because I do want to insert my SD card now to make sure I have enough space so when I download my games. So if you bought an SD card, you're going to need one that says Express on it. Make sure that it says Express on it. They sell it at Walmart. Walmart has the, it's a On brand. It's called On. And they have an Express card. GameStop has their Express cards. Nintendo has their own Express cards too. There are different companies with Express cards, so just make sure it says Express on it, right? And then they come in 256 and up, right? That's the smallest Express card out there is 256 and up. As you can see here, it matches the one that they're talking about there. I'll put this here, and I'll turn the Nintendo Switch over. Okay. Now, underneath the Joy Dock, the kickstand here, you go ahead, open the kickstand, and then right here is where you put your SD card. So this is extra storage for your Nintendo Switch. In case you didn't know that, you're just gonna put it there, and when you push it in, you'll feel a click, and it'll stay in place. Then you can bring that back over here, and then bring your Switch over back this way. Press OK. And it says downloading, update data. I'm guessing this has to do with your Nintendo Switch SD card, kind of formatting it so that it works correctly. Now it's updating again. All right, now it says the SD card can now be used. This is a good sign. It says the SD card can now be used. That is a really good sign. And setup is complete. All right, now you're going to press this button, the home button, and stay tuned for the little tune. Yeah. All right. And there you have it. The Nintendo Switch 2 has been set up. If this is your first time and you have any pre-ordered games or games you bought before, they're going to go ahead and start downloading. Okay, so right now it is launch night, so the startup is going to be a little slower. The servers are very busy. The games are also downloading. They're going to be a little bit of a while before it starts downloading altogether. But that is it. That is how you set up a Nintendo Switch 2. If you find this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe if you have not done so yet for more Nintendo content, tutorials, news, and a lot of good fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Never give up and journey on. Peace.